Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Stuart Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot, and on this channel we talk about all matters related to ham radio, from contesting, DXing, and portable ham radio. So in this video I want to talk about my good old friend, the ionosphere.
Longing for more space, open skies, and exotic travel? Then look up. About 30 to 600 miles straight up at the ionosphere, Earth's interface to space. Nestled far above the clouds but below outer space, this little understood destination invites you to explore its many features.
What is the ionosphere? Well, the ionosphere, if you're brand new ham and you're not, not fully up on it yet, is part of the atmosphere that is about 80 kilometers above the Earth's surface, from 80 kilometers up to about 600 kilometers. And basically it is, again, part of the atmosphere that has charged atoms and molecules from solar radiation. And this solar radiation charging the atoms and the molecules in the ionosphere have an effect on radio propagation and satellite orbit. So what does that mean to you as a ham radio operator? If the ionosphere is perfectly synced and perfectly charged, it means that we can talk long distances on HF frequency. If it's stormy and there's some, not so good things going on, well, we have a very quiet day on the bands and we can't talk. That's a very basic introduction to it. We can go into more details in further different videos, but that's not the main part of this video. I just want you to have a basic understanding of the ionosphere. And the ionosphere has, during the day, 4 distinct parts. So don't think of it as one layer. Actually think of it during the daylight hours of having 4 different layers. So we have the D, E, F1, F2 layer. Now these are different levels of the ionosphere. The D region, well, this forms in the upper mesosphere. The E region, that forms in the lower thermosphere. And the F region, well, that's found in the upper thermosphere and extends upwards. And just to throw more confusion into it, the top side ionosphere is above the F region. We're not going to get into that today. So the ionosphere plays a very critical role in long-distance radio communication. It basically allows signals, think of it this way, the very simple way, it allows signals to go up into the sky and bounce off of it and come back to Earth. It's really more of a refraction instead of a bouncing, but signals can go up into the ionosphere and refract back down to Earth, letting us have long-range communications. And on the chart, or the image I'm putting on the screen here, you can see the signal going up into the ionosphere and being refracted back to Earth. So it's kind of like a curved, trajectory back to Earth. So if you look at Earth now on the image, you'll see where the signal comes back down to the receiving station. So that point from where you're transmitting to where that signal is being received, that is known as the skip distance. That could be 500 kilometers, it could be 1,000 kilometers, it could be more. And the signal just doesn't end at the end of the first skip distance. It can reflect back off the Earth and go back into the ionosphere, allowing for multi-hop skip. Now we're not going to get into that today, but just keep in mind the distance from where you are to the receiving station is known as the skip distance. Also coming off of your antenna, you have limited ground waves. So if you look at the image on the screen, you'll see that there's a ground wave element. So I could be sitting here and I can actually talk to my friend Rich in Nova Scotia, say on 15 meters or 20 meters. He's 300 kilometers away, but I'm talking to him on ground wave and not skywave or coming back from the ionosphere on 15 or 20 meters. Now, lower frequencies, it may be a different story, but most of the time, if I'm talking to my friend Rich in Nova Scotia and I'm here in New Brunswick, we're using ground wave to communicate. He's got a good enough antenna, I got a good enough antenna, and the ground wave works for us. What about that space now from where the ground wave ends and the receiving station that's getting your signal off of the skip, that skip distance? What about that space? Well, that's known as the skip zone. So you'll hear people on the air refer to, oh, you must be in my skip zone because I'm here working 20 meters in New Brunswick and I'm talking to stations in North Carolina, which is pretty much a good skip zone or skip distance for me. But the person in Massachusetts, for example, is in the skip zone. He can't hear me and I can't hear him. So the skip zone is a part or an area where no signals are received. So just keep in mind, it's kind of like dead space. So I want to keep that very, very simple for you, that the skip distance is the distance from where I'm transmitting and the receiving station. That's known as the skip distance. There's ground wave component, and that space from where the ground wave ends and the skip distance is, that is known as the skip zone. And normally, I'll say normally, that you cannot pick up any signals from you won't be able to pick up any of my signals. Now you'll receive other signals if Bob's in Massachusetts, Bob will receive other signals, but he just won't hear me because technically Bob is in my skip zone. So there's technically a bunch of other things I can share with you about the ionosphere and how skip works. Just keep in mind, this is very basic information. I will try to get into more of it as I go deeper into this topic on this channel. Let me know what you think. If it helps, great. Let me know what you want me to talk about. I'll try to do a little bit more research and share. I like to talk about all things related to ham radio, just not the how-tos and the activations and some belly aching by me. I also like to get in and that's how I can broaden my skills too, by sharing these technical pieces of information with you. Now, keep in mind, I'm not the most technical person in the world, so I try to keep it very, very simple terminologies, and I hope this simple terminology works for you. I'm Stuart, Victor Echo 9 Charlie Foxtrot. I hope this video works for you. We'll see you guys next time from here in the shack with my new resurfaced DJI mics. Hope it sounds good. 7-3, everyone.